cancer is not your whole life. It can never be. It can never have you. You had it. But it cannot have you. It is just a chapter of your life. It's okay to open it, to share the part of it, to learn from it, and to move from it.
So hello everyone, and I welcome you on the platform of Sugar Shell Brand. We have come up with yet another important episode with a young beautiful lady, Suchanki Gupta. Hi Suchanki.
Hi Sushmita.
Thank you for coming and discussing with us. So with a brief introduction, I like to share about Ms. Suchanki Gupta. So Suchanki is a cancer survivor with a particular cancer called Hodgkin's lymphoma. I love about this part that she is really into dancing because I am also a dancer. I share that passion with her, and she loves writing. She do lots of meditation, and her life mantra is cancer is not a death sentence. Cancer is a blessing for those who can overcome it. Right? It's lovely quote, and she also believes to talk about it and share her journey with others to motivate others. Thank you, Suchanki, and it's lovely to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. First of all, I am very grateful to be here and be inspiring and sharing my part of the story to others. As you have already introduced me, again I'll tell myself. I'm Suchanki Gupta, 22 years old, currently pursuing law. I'm in final year from University of Delhi, and that is about my qualification for education right now. And last year, same month, same time, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's a form of blood cancer. And this year, January end, I got done with my treatment, and today I am here alive and thrive and have emerged victorious out of this right in front of you. Yes, and as rightly said, that cancer is not a death sentence. I mean, you have to come up, talk about your story and inspire others so that this myth or taboo can be reduced and become a reality, and more people become aware that no, it is not a death sentence. It is not something that cannot happen to anyone, or if it has happened to you, you do not have any future beyond or anything, because it's just not even a year, I guess, the start of my treatment, and here I am giving an interview in front of you guys. So I believe with my words, I hope I do inspire with sharing my part of the journey. Thank you so much for having me.
Really a brave move, I must say. And I'm really sure, I'm absolutely sure that this journey of yours will surely help and inspire others, and especially I must say our youth, our young generation will get lots of motivation that such scenarios comes and go in life, but you keeps on moving with respect to career, with respect to education, and of course dreams further, that how we can move ahead in life. Wonderful. So do you like to say more about your journey? And
one, cancer is not your whole life. It can never be. It can never have you. You had it. But it cannot have you. It is just a chapter of your life. It's okay to open it, to share the part of it, to learn from it, and to move from it, and of course take lessons out of it and become much stronger. So it was last year, same month. I'll speak of the symptoms before, because they are again they vary from different type of cancers. But again, if there is anyone who can relate, then it would be of any help. Then I had weight loss. It was not very much evident because, again, last year it was a very tough time for, I guess, universal for all of us. We were going through a pandemic. The second wave of corona was at peak that point of time. So I had sore throat. I had fever on and off. I used to have night sweats, very different and important, because it's not usual to have night sweats, to have your weight loss. Not just that, to have fatigue, because I am someone who is used to dancing, who is used to writing, and at that point of time I was writing my semester exams and I wasn't able to write. 40 pages in 3 hours, so something was definitely wrong. So these are all the symptoms. Like I used to have fever also, but with it I also had a lymph node over here and under my armpit. So it was in my right side. We also thought it's probably because of exhausting and writing so much, but fortunately some fortunate chain of events happened. I went up to a doctor. They said in 5 days if your fever do reside, it's well and good, and if it did not, then it's again okay, we'll go for some further tests. And that's what exactly happened. While I was writing my exams, I wasn't able to write them nicely. So I thought it's high time I go and look up to a doctor. I took a 5-day course for the same, but the fever did not reside, and I did not see any changes in my situation at the point of time, physical. And so I thought, okay, let's go for some tests. And there was a CRP high rate, which is usually 10, 11 maximum for a person. It was 115 beyond. So there was something definitely serious. Doctors said it can be TB, but they found some knots while they did my X-ray in the lungs. So they thought it could be lung infection also. But in the evening, they call up my father and then they are like to talk about something. So I was very sure that it's not something that we should not be worried of, because it's something, there is something, and I'm glad we got to know. Not definitely at the point of time, I'm saying glad. Why? From so long, I have been also having this taste for change also, and it was not corona because nobody in the family were infected again. So I was like, what exactly is happening to me? I'm all fit and fine, and again my body is not responding nicely. I don't know what is up, and nobody was able to tell also, like at a certain point of time. But just when doctor said it's nothing, but let's just go for mental satisfaction, go for a biopsy test. And there I thought, okay, let's see. I mean, we were very again sure that it won't turn out to be positive because nobody comprehends for cancer, right? So that's what exactly happened. I was writing my exams. I asked doctor, can I have a week more so that I can actually finish my exams? And then they were like, it's your, you can either write your life exam or your college exams. I was like, all right, doctor, fine, we'll go for this. I mean, that's how parents respond, right? So you have no say in that. So the next day we went for biopsy. It was not here in Ujjain. Ujjain is not a very medically resourceful place, but then again, glad to my doctor, he could actually say that there are just minute chances that you might have it. It is nothing more than TB or lung infection, but just for the subscription I'm saying. And then they said you might have cardiac arrest or anything, so just refer yourself to either Indore or Delhi. So I went up to Indore and got my biopsy done. The reports came within the 4 days, the local authorities. And from Bombay, it comes like within 15 days. So it was the scenario back then. In 4 days, we got to know that it is cancer, but again in blood which form. And one very, very important thing in this disease is you need to know which type of cancer you have, what stage it is in, so that you can be given the treatment accordingly, because the side effects of the drugs are lifelong. This is a very important thing people need to keep in their mind while going for their treatment after diagnosis, because a minor difference or anything in your drug can actually fire back in your treatment and all of that. So that is why my treating onco in Indore recommended us to put Tata Bombay, and Tata Bombay, without any doubt, is the hub of cancer patients. It's like a temple. They are doing a wonderful job there. It just, you need to be very patient, because they are doing a service there. So I along with my mother went up to there for like a week or 10 days, and again got through all of my tests there, and there we got to know that yes, it is Hodgkin lymphoma, stage 2B. And then just after getting back to my home, I started taking my chemos from Indore from 6 August onwards. There were 12, so this was the entire treatment process of my cancer. It was this short, which lasted for like 6 to 8 months with a lot of emergency landing in the hospital, also going for so many tests, PET CTs, which you did not see coming, but yes, you did it. And now I'm again, I would say, here. So you just have to keep it going.
Thank you for sharing much in detail. I hope these details help others. So as you said that due to the location, geographical location, you had to travel a lot because of the medical treatments.
Yeah.
So how was it, and what do you want to share in terms of medical treatment and that whole process?
I mean, I have just been a part of India. I speak it from very privileged background. When I say it, I went up to Bombay because going to Bombay, staying there, all of it, I was there with a stranger family. And in all my journey, if I say, I not just my friends, my family, but even I have met kind strangers. So when one says that world is not kind, I do not second that, because in one of the most toughest time of my life, I think I have seen the best faces of humanity, I would say. So yes, when I went up to Bombay, it is not just a physically taxing process, but also mentally and financially very taxing journey when we talk about cancer or beat any disease. So in India, and the number of patients, I mean, it's just not a confined to certain number of age of people. It is also a 2-year kid is getting it. I am ready to, I am having it. A old guy of 82 years is having it. So cancer do not see you come from which background or what age you are in. So why do we have so confined number of cancer hospitals which are actually giving service to humanity and others who are all of it? So we need to avail more and more institutions like Tata in our country, because I was very well equipped with all of it. But again, in my case also, I was giving through this IV process, and the mid of my process, they actually burnt my hand with the drugs, because they are really it's more like जहर को काटता है, वैसे ही इसका भी scenario है. So with my case, the same happened. I had to continue with the treatment. There was no other option, and it was my right side, and I could not take it in the right side, and left side they already made it so complicated to take. It was so stressful back then, and nobody over here recommended that chemo port is a thing. So I had to get the chemo put here implanted mid of my treatment, when my onco there in Tata suggested me. So this is one thing I would highlight in my conversation over here with you. Thank you. That there are other ways. Please look for second opinions, treatment ways. I mean, your onco should be so transparent that they should be telling you all of this is going to happen to you. They delay it to you. They did not talk about it to you. They did not tell you how long your process will go on, what are the side effects. I mean, I am someone who is educated, who will actually come to all of it, but people coming from remote areas, they do not even know. I mean, they need to plan their things accordingly, but nobody, and I am someone who would actually question up to my doctors, oncologists, not many to talk about it. So I would say it's again on the doctor to tell well to their patients about all of it, and not just here, everywhere. But glad we have institutions like Tata. They are doing a wonderful job there. But I did not see it much. And when I speak to some other people also, I mean, it's more like universal attraction. You attract the people now you are with. So if I'm having a journey in train or somewhere, there will be some family who would also share the same story, and they will be like, "Hamara haath bhi aisa ho gaya." I mean, it becomes so mobile that they cannot use their hands for their, like women cannot use their for the household work and stuff. So it is so difficult. I mean, this is something personally I've experienced. So I would say, I mean, doctor needs to be more transparent and be more advisable about it. And then yes, I mean, this goes without saying that you have to be empathetic towards your patients and everything, because this is a very, very tough disease when is going through the battle in their life. In Tata, it is not there. I did not see it, but again, Tata is not everywhere, not everybody is going there, but people everywhere are getting diagnosed with cancer. So we need to create more and such patient-friendly, warm environment for the people who are going through it.
I agree that is important. And very recently I was talking to one lady who is into palliative care, and she also sharing lots of emotional well-being, mental well-being. So what are your thoughts, or how you come up with that? How this whole journey helped you keeping your mental and emotional well-being?
Yes, so if you go back to the initial diagnosis of it, for me it wasn't a relief to know it is something, because as I mentioned that I was perplexed. I was like, what exactly it is? I mean, nothing is helping me out. So when they got to know about it, the first thing I did was accept it. Like, okay, so and so has happened, now I have cancer. And my doctor, again, here I have been blessed. They have been very positive since day one, that it's very much clear, but you have a high rating stuff. But yes, with its own, like of course, it's not that I've been laughing all my. Of course, I did not see the seriousness coming until I started the treatment. It was really fun till I started the treatment. But again, when there were low days, I knew after this, the first thing I did was accepted. So my journey became easier. And if you speak about emotional and mental well-being, then as I said, it is more of a mental game than a physical game. It is definitely physically very tough, but mentally much more tougher. This is what I personally experienced. I mean, having episodes of depression or anything, it's also very less talked about. People do not. If I could do all of it today, and yesterday, it was because I was in a good space of my mental well-being. So that is why I could keep it going. And what helped me out was sharing it, what I was feeling, not bottling up my emotions. What I used to feel, I would not burden people out, but when the situation happened, people became everybody has been so considerate from the very beginning, but people have been very empathetic. You need listeners, you want someone to vent out, and I mean, this is something everybody needs, not just people who are going through something, but this world needs more of listeners, empathetic people. I did not disclose initially till my treatment went up because I was also scared somehow deep down that I did not want so much, so it's already happened in my life. I don't want more of it. I was wrong. Again, there are all sorts of people. I got to be lucky, I would say, because once I shared the small thing, I was in hospital, someone in front of my father said that आजकल इतने छोटे बच्चों को भी होने लग गया. I mean, that's so pathetic to say in front of a father of her daughter. So if you cannot boost up someone's morale, do not bring it down. That's what I would say. Be human before, and just that would do. And then your friends and other people will definitely be there for you. I mean, we don't want gifts or anything. Just asking on a, like, someone taking out their time to think of you or being their thoughts. That means world. A small compliment can actually brighten someone's day. So I mean, just do the little things. And that would do, I guess. That's what actually helped me going through. I mean, people taking really out time. I mean, nobody has time in today's world, but somebody asking you, how are you doing today? Or if you have had this or all of that. So, I mean, that's been really supportive. That's something everybody should imbibe in themselves, if not already.
It actually inspiring me a lot. I'm also thinking, how I can do better about myself listening to you. It's really wonderful to hear you on that. Also, I believe it's not an individual journey. It's all about family, friends, and close-knit circle. They are also part of this whole journey with respect to support, with respect to overall emotional well-being, everything. So how was what you want to comment or want to share on that?
Yes, 101% true in what you have said here. I am really glad I was on the other side. If I'm talking about my case here, because I was someone who was going through physically a lot, but my loved ones, my family, my friends had to see their loved ones go through all of it. It's so difficult. I mean, I cannot anticipate myself in their place at all. So that's again, that's a difficult thing for me to see the pain I go through, but they see it. They go through it mentally. So it's not just the one person going, but everybody who is connected to you, directly, especially your family members. Your family has cancer, you don't have cancer. It goes on like that. But what you can do, what helped in my case is, we would not talk about cancer all the time. I mean, you already have something going through so difficult in your life. You don't want to be asked or reminded again and again that you have it. You would rather want to change the topic and chill. So Corona was that time period. Nobody would connect or meet anybody in person. But luckily, when my treatment started, that time ended. So I could meet all of my friends like every 15 days or a month after. Somebody would come up and show up. So we would have a great time. And that was a good change. We would talk about life and things, and always make reels, dance, watch movies, eat. So I mean, this way, आपका समय सिर्फ कटता नहीं है, गुजर जाता है अच्छे दोस्तों के साथ, लोगों के साथ, and it also gets a little easier for your family. I mean, and this keeps you strong. And if you're keeping strong, definitely your parents, your family become your much strong pillar. So this is something that kept me going. We would always talk, okay, now this more sessions are finished. Like one of my best friends, she actually named chemos as conferences. So I mean, this little changes, differentiation would make some difference. I mean, this has helped me in my case. We would say, okay, I'm going for the conference. That boosted the confidence, right? So all of that really helped, and it shows. Now people ask me, how did you do it? Now even I ask myself how I did that. So now I have answers exactly here. So this is how it happened. We just actually, it's more like you don't dance you don't wait to storm to pass. You dance in the rain. That's exactly what we did. But it all actually happened because I was surrounded and blessed with the best of people in my life. Be it friends or family, everybody took out their time in thoughts, coming prayers, and kind strangers. Definitely, I mean, it just worked like a blessing in my case. So that's what I want to pay back off and want the world to have. I mean, we are all humans over here. Just do your little part, and then I guess we'll make it a much better place than it already is.
Wonderful. Wow. You're really having a strong system, and I really congratulate on that. It's beautiful to hear. Lovely that is. So tell me more about your dance or passion and how it kept you going. I love to hear that part. Yeah, I'm excited to hear.
No, so as I was a kid, I used to dance I was doing a free Bollywood thing already, all of that. But as life happened, so I had a decade gap. And I couldn't believe myself also. I started writing back in college again. I've been writing since I was a kid. And just babbling on nothing, but so I'll just share over here, writing and dancing both. So dancing is something I and my cousins used to do together in the wedding. Everybody would be just having eyes on us as kids also. But as we grow up, we always have this thing. We become conscious of society, of people. That's how we lose our innocence. And that's what I exactly in my case. But 10 years later, God's grace, I do not know what happened. My people made me meet the older, younger selves, and I'm like, okay. I mean, and also the Corona thing happened, so introspection happened. And I'm like, what now? No academic, that's it. What do we do in life now? So that's when I actually started dancing again. And so I always was also, but could never do it. But then I started it, and now I am on it. And now I always thought it's too late for Bharatanatyam also. It takes 8 years of life. Now I know this thing that it'll always be numbered. It'll always the same amount of time. So why to think it is late? Just get started. So also now start looking for a Bharatanatyam class over here. I'm not trained or anything, but I'm very, very interested in all of it. So I keep trying. Just before the interview started, I was warming myself up. So I just played music and started. And the same happened with my journey also. And during the cancer journey, all of my friends whosoever used to come, we would dance. And my mother was like, no, your immunity will go down, this and that. No, it boosts up. Of course, I was tired. I would be tired, but the happiness that would actually take away all of it. So that's how it is. And with the writing thing also, of course, that point of time, I said it before also, pain cannot be romanticized. It was pain, and I wasn't able to write about it. I can talk about it again. I cannot glorify how and what pain is. Of course, I have had so tough days. It was so difficult to move and get out of bed. Someone who actually worships the power of movement can know. I mean, I'm sure you understand this thing, the power of movement. And that point of time, I was bedridden. There were times where each cell of my body would ache. So that was very bad. I would throw up. All of that. That was a very painful part. But then again, there were other parts as well. I made some amazing memories, so I would carry them forward. And that part of difficulty would always remind me, I have been through that, and I'm stronger than all of that. And to whatever is coming in my life, to that also. So yeah, so this is all about this stuff. But I know I digress a lot. But yeah, so that's how it happened. So those Corona years, I started dancing, and so there was no single day I would not dance myself out. I mean, I would watch my videos during my treatment. I mean, I had cancer, but everybody was wondering. People who actually were asking me out, where are your stories now? Because they thought I'm into studying now. No, I wasn't studying. Of course, I was going through a treatment because I did not disclose it priorly. But they were like someone who has been constantly posting and sending positive vibes in the tough time of Corona. Where did she go? So then later on, people got to know, this was happened. Of course, during my treatment, I did not post so much, but before that, I was doing it on a regular basis. So I also believe that this is one of the important thing that has kept me fit. during my treatment also, because I kept on moving before also and after also. So do any exercise, and the symptom thing I forgot to mention, listen to your body. Your body would send out you symptoms, because the same happened to me. I was not looking at them. There was coughing also. I was like, seasonal change. No, if there's constant coughing, there's something constantly happening to your body which is unusual. Please, I mean, some people say they are scared of reports. I would say they would be so happiness when you would know the reports are negative. I mean, it's better to get yourself checked. That is also one learning I tell all of the people I meet when they say, I get just very scared to go and get yourself checked, all of that. So, in that
passion and exercise, positive thought process definitely keeps you going. It's so energetic. So, and you're giving me so much positive energy. I'm getting energized. So I'm surely dance tomorrow for sure. Thank you for that. So as you mentioned that dance or exercise is an important ritual one should follow. So what will be your message to our young generation who are more, less active in physical exercise or healthy habits, healthy food habits? So what will be your comments or suggestions on that?
I am no different. I am also part of my generation, but you have to push yourself up, of course. Yoga is something that is incredibly miraculously helped me out. I started it in the process of my treatment. I used to yoga, eat, sleep. It really helped. I mean, it purifies your blood and whatnot, and people still, I mean, I am so glad to see my friends and people of my generation have started taking it up again. But again, it's so less. People are like, it's the thing for all ages. People know it's for everyone. I mean, at least after the universal pandemic that we have been through, understand the power of yoga. That is something that's come out for us from our country itself. So yoga is one thing which is not so time consuming also. And I mean, I'm saying I'm reforming it to myself also. So this applies. Eating, it is okay. I mean, we all have developed our taste buds. We cannot turn vegan just in a day or something. It's a slow process, but we cannot, as a lifestyle, of course. There is no short cause why it is happening. It frustrated me initially. What is the reason why I have a relatively healthy lifestyle? But again, I got saved and I'm getting better. It is also because I have had a healthy lifestyle. I mean, you can have not just cancer, obese, any other thing because of your lifestyle, your food habits. So, I mean, there are always alternates to your eating, because see, I have cut down sugar, so I am adding dates, jaggery. They are follow mother nature. She has got everything what we want. Fruit, I prefer fruits more. I prefer green vegetables more now, which is good and healthy. I mean, taste is everywhere. This one thing my family has made me realize. So I do not go for outside food at all. When I say it. So yes, it is like that. And initially also, before this happened, I was not someone who would, like, I am a foodie now post my treatment. I think cancer was having my food prior, but now I eat a lot, but again, homemade. So this is the food habit and yoga. I think that just suffices. I mean, you cannot avoid stress. This is one thing I have realized. You cannot avoid stress or something because such is life, but you can definitely manage it with meditation and yoga and good food habits.
Yes, that's a great advice to not in only youth but also for us and senior people. So moving forward, so as we are in Sugar Shield platform and we are a lingerie brand, so I like to understand, or if you want to say about it, that inner garments or clothing overall, if I say that way, so it is a touch to our skin, and I believe we should pick something which is very comfortable, which is a good material. So during this journey, like before or after, whatever you wish to say, so how was it, and what you want to what you have discovered about this, and what you want to comment?
Yes. So this thing, ACPC, it's like after cancer, before cancer, how it is. Not much of a difference, but I have come to see it from much closer view. Luckily, again, very fortunate in my case, doctor suggested radiation in the prior treatment, but then since my body responded well to chemo, they remove that part from the treatment. But I have seen a friend of my friend who was going through radiation, and her skin used to peel out and all of that. So you need comfortable clothes during the treatment. I mean, comfort is something that is looked for, and people really compromise it, thinking what a family will think, what society. I mean, do it for yourself. So that's something that is very important, to have comfortable clothes, definitely, and that counts the inner clothes as well, inner garments. So that's something I have seen in this journey with myself also. I had this chemo board implanted, so that got difficult for me as well to wear wired bras or anything. So I think it's important to look what you want to wear that brings you comfort. So I'm pretty sure that your cloth branding is also thinking in the same direction, and we are having the same sort of comfort clothing from your side. Because as a cancer patient or someone who has seen people having that going through a treatment, I know it is very difficult, and in winters also and in summers also, all sort of clothing, it is important to be comfortable. And when you go to the hospitals, go in confidence. So wear the clothes you are comfortable. That's what I used to do. And the staff, they would ask, who is the patient? Like, they would look to my family and to me, and I'm like, I am the patient. So it should be like that. You should know it's something that is actually helping you out. Chemo is being seen at its bad. It is very difficult, no doubt. But if it's saving your life, then please, it's okay. I mean, you have to get through it.
And I have come across with many survivors who talk about chemo ports, and that is quite bothered them a lot at the collarbone area. And of course, the strap of the bra keeps on irritating, or having a friction. So yes, we do have this particular cushioning strap to reduce that issue with the friction. So thank you for coming up with that point, because I think that is a part of this whole journey. So okay, so moving to the end, what do you like to suggest, advise, and overall, one question which is coming to my mind, how you see this as as you mentioned, AC and BC, that part. So what do you want to say about that? What you have discovered about you as a person?
Yes, I mean, this is not just my thing. We have just come back meeting my friends who have known me AC sort of very closely, and now it's like, who have known me throughout. It's like throughout, after cancer also and before cancer also. So I was someone who I was actually rushing into things in life. I was like, I planned everything. I was like, in 5 years, like I have been a person who was like 5-year plans. Okay, this is many years, this college, this job, this person, all of that. But no, this is not how life goes, and it works. My friend told me that you're never going to give yourself a break. So God decided to. That's exactly what happened. So I believe we need to introspect, ask ourselves, and take pause in between. That's how it goes. So, and you cannot control what is not in your hands, and I was exactly trying to do that. So that's one thing I have learned, and I would ask people also. Again, being in the moment, being in the present is a blessing. I try to work on this as well. And if you ask me on advising, then I believe the newly diagnosed get so many advice. Do not take any advice. Listen to your doctors. Just follow the protocols. After God, I think God is after God, your doctor should be a God in the treatment, because cancer is something, we are not doctors. We have not studied what they have given 10 to 20 years of their lives. So it's okay to know how and what your body is, but then please listen and follow what they say. That is what has helped me in my case also. Yes, and attraction, manifestation, positivity is for real. I see always, and I have myself witnessed in my journey also, that what you think, you become that. So that is what exactly happened. My doctor said the treatment is only going to work when you actually stay positive and eat healthy. Eat healthy is something I'm still struggling with, but staying positive is something I think I have a power, and yeah, I have a good hold with. So this is this thing. But before cancer, definitely I used to bottle up so many emotions. I used to overthink. I used to have sleepless nights. But now, when this has happened to me, again, it's not that it's completely gone, but I actually acknowledge it. and I work towards it, and this some way helps. It has really helped me in my treatment also. And today we all are going through something, everybody's going through something. So one needs to be more kind, more empathetic. So it's not about just you having cancer or something, but a little more, being a little more kinder to a stranger won't harm you. I mean, it'll always make good way for better relations and better humanity. So I was also, before also I was sympathetic, I was a nice person, I would say, but now more and more of it, I guess, and now passing more and more of the same to others also. So this is one thing that has happened to me after and before. And looks definitely do not matter so much. Outer beauty is not everything. During the treatment, I lost not just my hair but my lashes and my brows also. So the one thing that's happened to good and great after the journey is, initially before cancer, I would just my hair, maybe my intelligence or a personality, something. But after it, now, or maybe during the treatment, my people loved me anywhere. But I used to see, now I see myself more of a stronger person rather than a beautiful person. I would say I emancipate myself as beautiful and usse pehle stronger, because yeah, this journey has made me that. I was not the same before. Definitely I was not this person who I am now. So people used to say, I deeply miss the person I was before the treatment, because treatment I used to have low days. I was like, this girl is never going to come back. But I'm not sad about it. I would not say happy. Happy why? Because a better version of her has come back now. So this way cancer has been a blessing, I say. And when I say it, people need to know I say it a blessing because it has changed me for the good. I have actually learned the better part from it.
Well said, well said. And I totally take that words from you that we have to have a positive attitude, whatever is coming or going, and it gives lots of perspective, change in a very positive manner. We have to slow down and then again move forward. So wonderful. Thank you for sharing all those thoughts. It really inspired me deeply. Thank you very much, Suchanki. And any last comments, last words on this discussion? I will say anything on awareness point of view, maybe, so that others, here to.
I mean, I've mentioned about it also. This regular checkup is something people do not really go for. I say do it because cancer and depression, I am not sure people are aware about. I am sure people are very aware about it in our country, especially where it needs the most. ये आपको अंदर से खा जाते हैं, अंदर से खोखला कर देते हैं और बाहर से इंसान बिल्कुल ठीक लगता है. और वैसा ही बिल्कुल मेरे साथ भी हुआ और होता है लोगों के साथ. बिल्कुल ठीक दिखते हैं और बिल्कुल अंत में आके किसी दिन आके मालूम पड़ता है. तो उससे अच्छा है कि अगर आपको कुछ भी लग रहा है तो आप किसी से बात करें या किसी को दिखाएं. I meant any specialist so that you can help. Why I got saved. Early detection is the key. I mean, this being said tons of time, cancer is very, very much curable if detected in early stages. So this is very important. Regular checkups are very important. Even if it has happened to you for some reason, do not curse yourself. Why me? Because that will only worsen the situation. Instead, look for ways. And all of this will not come up to your mind initially. Not everyone is so well focused. So that is why interviews do exist. There are great survivors, warriors, stories, legacies to listen to watch to learn from. So that's what I did in my case also. I also read about some stories that has helped me going. Willpower is everything. It has to be really, really strong. All of that goes without saying. I mean, yeah, I had a great strong willpower. That's why I had the power of acceptance also, and that helped me balance the positivity also. And again, you'll emerge victorious, and you'll be giving your interviews with you and sharing the happiness around the world. Lots of learning. Always embrace all the changes in your life, and life will always keep throwing happy surprises to you. Surprises, you make them happy. I mean, it's perspective. And I have written this line initially also, since I write also. तो ये सब नजरिया है, और जंग के लिए नजरिया ही चाहिए, और मतलब जीत के लिए नजरिया चाहिए, और जंग के लिए आपको it's like cancer को आप बैटिंग मत समझो. मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी, like my people also say, I never made it like a fight, because why do you have to have harsh feelings? I mean, कुछ हर चीजें एक तरीके से भी हो सकती हैं. Please don't consider it as a fight or a battle. It's so it's so disheartening to listen that they have lost the battle or something. They fought it. No, they were not fighting it. They had it. They got through it so strongly. They got out of it so strongly. Of course, everybody is going through something. Someone cancer, someone financial, someone emotionally. But keep a check. Be it emotional health or your physical health. Just keep a check of it. Yes, and for that you need to be present in the moment. So always back to the power of present. That will always help you out. And I'm also working on it. Thank you.
Hearing to you is a kind of, I'm really happy to do this with you. Get lots of perspective. Thank you to come over here and share your journey and point of views. I hope it will surely help lots of people, inspire many people. So thank you very much. So hope we can meet again and discuss further coming days. So thank you. Thank you.
It's like, thank you so much. Thank you so much.